Hey y'all, Jamie here. If you were with me on my last video, doing all the things, distracting work, I don't know what it's called. Busyness all over the place, ADHD talk, I don't know. But anyway, I came out here and got distracted and found my Roselle Hibiscus had been blooming and going to town, and it's on the side of the house I don't see very much. So I did get to miss the blooms this year, and they are lovely. They are a hibiscus. But they have these cool pods. Oh, I should have brought nippers instead of a knife. But they have these super cool pods. And you get this part and you open it up and it looks like a little alien plant. And then it's got where it holds its seeds inside. And lots of countries use this to make pink tea or pink drink. And if you have hibiscus tea, that's what this is. Mexico, it's Jamaica. I believe I'm saying that right. Jamaica. However it is, probably butchering it. But anyway, I'll show you an easy way to go ahead and sort this out so you can have your own lovely pink drink grown organically in your yard. Okay, I got my nippers. Let's get harvesting. So I'm just taking ones that probably about a quarter size around and popping them off. And I'm just going to go through and do that. Some of these are a little bit big. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You just don't want ones that are overripe or having any bug damage. And I'll bring you in close so you can see. One more thing I want to mention is I have not found that here in my zone 9 in southeast Texas that these have not been able to overwinter here. You can take cuttings just before your last frost and stick those in a pot and put them in your greenhouse or a warm space for overwinter where they have light, and then you can just plant them out the next year, or you can grow them again from seed. I grew these from seed this year and last year and they haven't been difficult at all. So if you need that information, it is what it is, but it's a lovely plant that you can have your own fresh organic tea. And I have literally not paid attention to this. I watered it in spring and we've had a drought, and I just randomly would shoot water over here, not even knowing for sure if I was getting it watered, and it grew this. There's at least a year's worth of tea for us, and I still have some from last year because I had 2 or 3 massive bushes that I did tend to, so they were almost as tall as my house. This one doesn't get near as much sun, but it's still producing, so this was a test because the chickens killed the ones that was over in the sunny area. It is what it is. We already had enough. I wanted to see what would work, and this works. So if I need it in this space, I know it works. So I encourage you to test things out and see where you can get them to grow. Even if they're not meant to do that well there, you still might get a harvest just like this. Okay, so you can see, hopefully, I'm going to just come in here and snip it. And these are big ones. You want to leave, if it's about to be your first frost, you can take the whole stem, but look. There's a lovely flower on the end of that, plus more little buds that will grow up big as well. And I have plenty of days until my first frost. So I'm just going to go ahead and harvest all the big ones. And if I see some that are pest damaged, I'm going to save them too, and I'll use them for seeds to share with other people. And it is sprinkling, and I have nowhere to hide y'all out of the rain. And if you can see, it leaves a pink liquid on your nippers, so I do not use my favorite ones for this, but they're super cool. So let's go ahead and get this done quick. All right, we got a heck of a harvest. That's a lot. I don't know if you can see, but I have, ooh, you almost fell over. I have big branches coming out back there, and that is a Confederate rose that I have these planted in front of, and all the lovely buds are coming out. And I'll have to take you out here when they bloom because they are absolutely lovely. And this thing, as you can see, is over my house. And it does come back. So it's cold hardy. And y'all look. That's probably going to be on the video that I'm currently working on while I'm distracted working on this video for y'all. Okay, so we got all of our lovely unexpected harvest of the Roselle Hibiscus picked, and I went and got them washed and rinsed up because bugs do like to live in these and crawl around in these. You see their nice little hidey holes. So especially like today, it's been raining, so they go in there for shelter. So we just went and rinsed them all off, and I got them sitting in the colander on a plate. And I don't know what all I told y'all out there. So they're easy to grow from seed, easy to grow from cuttings. They're full of vitamin C. And I know they have other vitamins and minerals, but I don't keep a list of that in my head. So I highly recommend you study them, learn them, see if you want to grow them. And I'll show you right now how to process them. Alright, so I got my bowl here, and we have quite a few of these. I'm hoping it'll drain because I have nowhere else to put stuff. Let's see what I got. Okay, so these have little bitty, spiky, fibery bits. Kind of like okra. So when you're harvesting them, be careful. These aren't too bad because it just rained, and that kind of knocks off the fibers. But I want to show you how to process these so you can save them to be shelf stable for all year long. You'll need this. This will make a world of difference in making this effortless or take a really long time. And this is an apple corer, just a cheap old one, probably from Walmart. Can you see the back of it around the stem? I'm going to go in like that, and I'm just going to twist and then pop it through. And then I don't need this. And inside this is the seed pods. It is the seed pods, so the seeds are in here. So if you have the fully mature ones, you can save these, dry them out for your seed for next year. Most of the ones I've harvested today are not to that point, but I've also seen where people can grind down the seeds for flour. I haven't tried that yet. I did save some to try that, and we'll have to test that out at some point. But then I just kind of tear it off to get it out. Then you're left with both sides. Let me show you a different angle, just so you can see. This is the stem, the part that was connected to the plant. You can see. So I'm going to just take my sharp part. I'm dripping water everywhere. And I just twist a little. I'm not pushing hard. And then it'll pop right through. And we're going to save this part, and I'm going to discard this part on the ones that are not fully ripened. I'll show you the difference. I mean, they start off small. They start off way smaller than this, and then they bloom, and then they form these and grow bigger and bigger and bigger. You see, some of these are like twice the size as others. So if you can leave them on to this size, go ahead and do that, because then you have more volume. But if you need to harvest them before the freeze, go for it. But this is a This is just an excellent crop. It's so easy to grow, so easy to harvest and process, make shelf stable, and make your tea. We'll have to make some tea when we're done so you can see what it looks like. Okay, so as I was finishing processing all the rest of these calyxes, that's what the pod's called, is calyxes. I'm sure I'm saying it weird, but I'm Southern. What do you expect? I decided to look up, because sister has a rabbit, y'all. It's so cute. I don't know if I've shown y'all. Yeah, she has a rabbit, so I now have rabbit poop for the garden, which I'm very excited about. And decided to see, since basically the calyx is edible, the seeds are edible, to see if rabbits can have it, because I'm pretty sure they can have hibiscus flowers, which this is what it makes, is hibiscus flowers. And Google, you know, the all-knowing, said that you can grow this plant as a supplemental feed for growing rabbits. So, we're gonna have to go see if the bunny likes them. Hi, Bunny! Isn't she pretty? She is definitely a pet bunny. And she knows it. Wanna try that? Get out! You're freaking her out! The dogs have to come see too. You try it? What's the matter? Really? Has everybody got to get involved? Everybody? We all have to come feed the bunny? Here. Try it out. I had some little pansy flowers in here for her too. I guess she likes those. What's the matter? You need some playtime? It's all wet outside. Anyway, hopefully she likes them, because that would be an awesome, easy source of extra nutrients for her. Let's give her a second. She's thinking about it. Really, you scared her. Bun Bun. She was a friend of mine's, and then they found out the family's allergic, and her name was Chippy, or Chip. And I think sister's changed her name, but I don't even know what it is. I just call her Bun Bun. Try it. You know, likey? Okay, well, we'll check later and see if you ate it. There's a lot of animals in here now. Okay, back to our project. I've got a whole mountain of bowl and extra. So I'm going to clean up a little bit, and then I'll show you how to make the tea. And I am saving this ugly one, which you can see it's already starting to crack. Hopefully you can see. Starting to crack. And I'm going to give this to somebody so they can also have seeds. So when you want to harvest them, if they're old and ugly and popping open, those are the ones you want to collect the seed from. Okay, so I've already made basil tea today, and I don't really want to have 2 pitchers, but I do want to have some of this, and I want to show y'all how easy this is. And I've got a lot of medicinals done today. If y'all haven't seen the other video, I just did another video for y'all where I'm doing all the things. I don't know what it's going to be titled, but I'll link it below. I made holy basil tea. And then there's another video I was working on today that's also health beneficial, and it's a cleaver infusion. Okay, so I will link videos that I've also been working on today. Cleaver infusion, which also helps with respiratory issues, and then holy basil tea I made on another video today, and I will link those below. And so we're just rocking away, getting all of our medicinal things taken care of. So I just have a saucepan, and I always turn the wrong burner on. Just water, regular water, and I've reused this pot from basil tea earlier. That's the great thing about being able to have a rainy day where I can do all the things in here, get my kitchen trashed one time, and don't have extra dishes. So we're just going to bring this to a boil, and I'll show you what you do after. Okay, so our water is boiling, and I have this sieve with, I don't know, a handful-ish. You can do however much you want. I'm hoping it will fit, because I don't have a whole lot of water, but I am going to turn this off. So you can do it like this, but you know, my water is not touching, so it's not really steeping. Or if you have a tea ball or reusable tea bags, you can sit it in. I'm going to add some more water to this because it's boiled water anyway, and I'm going to cool it down. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll see. I just decided to dump them in, but usually I will set this in a bigger pot and let it steep because my reusable tea bowl thing isn't big enough for these. And this works exactly the same if they're dried or fresh. So you just boil your water, throw them in, let them steep, and I will show you what it looks like at the end. So here is a view from just a few minutes later, and hopefully you can see the water's already starting to change color. It's super cool. So I'm sure you could use this as a dye because it will stain, so just so you know. And once it steeps, I'm probably going to do 5 to 7 minutes for this. You can steep it however long you want. It will start to lose its color out of the petals. And then I add just sweetener of my choice, you know, to your own taste. And I am going to put ice in this after I strain it. And that kind of, you know, if I'm doing iced tea, then I add ice. If I'm doing hot tea, then I'll add just a little bit more water to cool it down so I can drink it. So steep, strain, add your sweetener, stir. If you want it for iced drink, add your ice. If you want it for hot tea, feel free to drink it as it is, or add a little bit of cool water to cool it down so you can drink it. And it's just gorgeous, full of nutrients, and so easy to do. Okay, so this has been steeping long enough. We're going to go ahead and strain it into this bowl. I would do it normally into a pitcher at this point, but this is just going to be enough for me to enjoy today, and maybe a couple other people. You can see they're all soft looking, and they've lost a lot of their color. And then look, isn't it gorgeous? Alright, so let's finish this up and have a taste. I'm just going to put this back into the pot that I boiled it in, and I'm going to just serve myself out of this today because I'm trying to conserve dishes. Okay, I'm going to add some stevia. Add whatever sweetener you like to taste. And then we'll give it a little stir. And you want to stir it up with your sweetener while it's warm. And this will take a minute because stevia is kind of weird and fluffy. And then, since I want to drink this as an ice beverage, we're going to add some ice. And I usually add quite a bit of ice For one, to help drop the temperature quick, and then to have enough extra that there'll be ice floating around in my drink. I'll go pretty heavy. And there's no strict measurements about this. Don't be concerned about having a recipe or anything. You see the color of mine. Yours is a little different. It's still okay. Just try it out, test it. There's no real science to it. It's super easy, y'all. Alright, so I got my container of choice, put some more ice in it. And I'm going to try to carefully pour me a lovely drink. Alright, so that made probably 2.5 quarts of this tea. Alright, so there is our drink. You can see I put it on a white background so y'all could see a little bit better. And as you hear, I have sniffles, so hopefully the extra boost of vitamin C will do me great. And it is horrible trying to get the good lighting for you guys to see this in a matter of no shadows and things, so hopefully you can see it. And that is the finished product, so let's take a test. Taste test. Okay, so tell me what you think. Would you grow your own tea? Would you try it? Does it freak you out? I know some people are worried about that. Let's try it. Wow. Very floral. Kind of cranberry-ish. Not really. Has its own unique flavor. Probably could have added a little more sweetness to it, but it'll be fine. So refreshing. And all that extra vitamin C should help knock out this crud. At least we hope. That's the idea, right? But anyway, if this kind of stuff interests you, you want to learn about making your own teas, or gardening, or how you grow them, or any other kooky things. I'm working on foraging as well, and tinctures, but lots of gardening, canning, some organizations, things like that. Please hit subscribe. I'm very thankful for each and every one of you who have subscribed or shared or left a comment or a like. It means so much to me, and I can't do this without you, and I really appreciate your support. And that's it for now. Love you. Bye-bye.